From what I've seen on stream and what he's played in tournaments before, like the ESL, he's played a fairly fast Paladin, and I believe the last list that he ran included Captain Greenskin.
That reminds me of like the ECOP's initial climb to ladder, I think, with Paladin. He was running Captain Greenskin, and I think he achieved rank 1 EU Legend. One of the early in the season, I believe, this time around. I mean, he was just climbing the ranks, tearing through with knife jugglers and muster for battle, and just Captain Greenskin sprinkled in there.
Yeah, I feel like if you run Captain Greenskin, you also have to run Coghammer.
Yeah, a one of at least.
Yeah, usually when you Captain Greenskin muster for battles light justice, it doesn't feel that great.
No, that's definitely not something you want to get. I mean, at least you want True Silver Champion. Coghammer is just good because it gives you a 3/4 weapon, essentially, which is an amazing Fiery War Axe at that point. All right, so they're probably setting up for the game here. I hope Thijs does not disconnect this time around. Getting another DC would be very, very disconcerting. That's like the 7th one we've had so far in the tournament. It's been really problematic. We've had a lot of little, instability connection-wise, so...
Yeah, I mean, at least in that last game, it looked like Strifeco was in a favorable position, and it would be very difficult for Thijs to win, so...
Yeah, but he did have the BGH plus Keeper of the Grove for KT. It wouldn't have been a massive swing, but yeah, I agree with you. I would tend to... Do you think he ran Black Knight, though? Do you think Thijs ran Black Knight in that Druid deck?
I think almost certainly. Pretty much every Druid deck runs Black Knight these days, just because it's such a big swing against other Druids, and also because Druids are so popular on the ladder and in tournaments lately that Black Knight is just almost an auto win in some cases.
All right, got it. Kind of makes sense. So I'd like to point out, guys, for those of you who might not know, this tournament is run for charity purposes. It's Kinguin for Charity, sponsored by Kinguin. So every little bit of money that we fundraise is going directly to Child's Play Foundation, a foundation that aims to give children in hospitals who are sick video games, board games, toys, things to make the time in the hospital a little bit easier on them. Because let's be honest, it's no cakewalk. Is that a thing? So yeah. Just every little bit helps. So if you want to donate, feel free to do so. Just watch the description under the stream. Alright, so apparently Thijs is not answering. We know he's going to be playing Paladin, but his webcam is currently offline.
Yeah, and he might still be having some connection issues.
Yeah, those don't get resolved in a split second, generally speaking.
Strifeco is so cute.
He's the nicest guy ever. I don't... When's the last time you saw him get angry?
Yeah, I've never seen him get angry, to be honest.
Not even salty. Not even...
No, honestly, though, I feel like Strifeco and Thijs are two of the absolute nicest people in Hearthstone.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. You have like a spectrum. At one end, you have ECOP, and then you have Strifeco and...
Whoa. Shots fired at ECOP. What do you mean? ECOP's not a nice guy?
Oh, he's a nice guy. He's just the personality he portrays is very different from that of Strifeco and Thijs. Don't tell me you're going to disagree with me. I'm going to get killed in my sleep.
Yeah, I mean, like, that cop might be the nicest person in the world. Who knows?
Yeah, deep down. He's probably very nice, honestly, like, if you know him personally. And he is, generally speaking. He's not like that on a daily basis. It's just a portrayal of... it's kind of like the Idra, in a way, I guess, of Hearthstone.
Oh, man. Well, we see... we're going to use a picture of Thijs instead because his camera isn't working right now.
All right, so that's I'll do it.
If you guys remember the Fire Bat picture where he was like, he
14?
looked like he was 14 years old. This one's also an interesting picture. Probably not as good as that one, but
it's close enough. It's close enough to that. And he looks dreamy. He looks like he's got a dream. He's gonna reach for it.
It feels like everyone's, for these pictures, they're submitting like their yearbook pictures from when they were in high school, right?
Yeah. I didn't have those, so I don't know, but yeah, it does look like that's what they would be submitting.
You never went to high school, Noxious?
No, man, I'm uneducated. No, I went to high school. I just never had those pictures.
What a revelation!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to speak.
All right.
So we need to use the image. Yes, I'm aware of that. So they'll be starting the game soon, based on what the admins are telling us. So just wait a little bit. We'll have Paladin against Druid. Thijs will be picking his Paladin deck, and his Hunter got banned. So his follow-up deck will be Mage. If the Paladin falls to Druid, it will be Mage. And if it does end up winning, then Strifeco will have to change his deck. It's a last deck standing format. Best of 5, 4 decks, 1 ban. Pretty standard, honestly.
Standard.
So after that, we'll be moving. After this match, we're going to be moving into the round of 8, right?
No, actually, we're gonna play Nyria versus Ekop to finish that series off.
That's right. Yeah. Do you know if Nyria is around? Everything is he already prepared to play his game?
No, because I have been doing my job casting this tournament.
I don't know. You're on Team Liquid. I figured maybe during the breaks you're in contact with him. All right.
So game starting. Zombie Chow. Double Zombie Chow from Strifeco and 1 Zombie Chow from Thijs. It's gonna be the battle of the Zombie Chows.
Yep, and this is a really nice hand for both players because it gives them a way to start, but I think it's almost a little, well, I don't know, it is obviously a bit better for Strifeco in a way.
I mean, one person has 1 Zombie Chow and the other person has 2 Zombie Chows. I mean,
yeah.
You can kind of guess who's going to win that fight, right?
The Zombie Chow fight?
Yeah, and also, like, not only that, but
the hero
Strifeco also has a Wrath. So yeah. Strifeco is going to play it a bit slow. He knows he can just Wrath next turn and then coin into the Senjin. So it's probably a bit stronger than just throwing out all your Zombie Chows right now.
Do you Wrath the Zombie Chow though? When you have just your hero power to kill it with yours?
I think it's alright just because you gain board control.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about, I guess if you have to play around Muster for battle, it's not really a valid play. Because if you just... Yeah. I guess playing the other Zombie Chow is not really an option here. Unless he coins out Wrath and kills the 1/1.
Oh, he's actually going to really shapeshift. Okay. I think his the reason he's doing this is because he either has Mind Control Tech or Ascension as a follow-up. So those were able to directly contest the Zombie Chow even better. But the play actually backfires on him.
Yeah, the Cog Hammer is just going to be an amazing headache here.
That was probably one of the only cards that could have punished him in that scenario.
So here, do you play Ascendant Shieldmaster, or you just Wrath and play your second Zombie Chow?
I guess.
I mean,
this plays more on curve.
Yeah, it is more on curve because you don't have to waste quote unquote your coin at this point.
Oh man, this picture of Thijs.
It's creeping me out, but you know, whatever. So here, no, you don't override your Cog Hammer. I mean, you could just, but then again, if there's a Senjin coming up, how would you go about handling it? I mean, there is no really good way for Thijs to deal with Ascension Shieldmaster. Oddly enough, to come out, he'll have to play Lothar just to put something down to stop it.
Yeah, I think Lothar won't be a terrible play to contest Ascension. Oh man, but is
Ancient of Lore?
Is Ascension even going to come out?
Yeah, I don't know. With Ancient of Lore just being right there. Then again, if you play Senjin, you can still Ancient of Lore on the following turn. But then you're giving Lothar a 2-for-1 because she kills your Senjin, then she kills your Ancient of Lore. So you'd have to top deck Keeper of the Grove or Wrath in that case off of the Ancient.
Yeah, I like Ancient of Lore slightly better here, actually. More than the Senjin that Strifeco will play, just because it'll contest whatever turn 5 play that Thijs will play. Either the Lotheb or the Sludge Belcher. But I guess because there's a Sludge Belcher on the field and that the Senjin has Taunt, this also works. The Senjin plus the Zombie Chow together will be able to deal 5 damage to a Sludge Belcher or a Lotheb that Thijs will inevitably play.
So the True Silver Champion was not override, like it didn't get played to override the Cog Hammer here, because getting board control off of the Lotheb is going to be a bit better because he's going to be able to kill a Senjin and just keep following up with even more value. The thing is that if the Senjin is killed and Lotheb, I mean the Cog Hammer finishes off the Zombie Chow, or the 1/1 does, then that means Lotheb is just going to get even more value as a follow-up. And I feel like it's a really, really strong play that Senjin doesn't begin to contest the way that maybe Ancient of Lore would.
Yeah, This Sludge Belcher is actually like a really good draw from Strifeco. He didn't have anything else to play on turn 5. If he didn't draw it, like you don't really like this in this matchup. My control tech usually gets a lot of value, so you probably don't want to play it as a vanilla 3/3.
Yeah, and it's also going to prevent the zombie chow from dying right away. Because now if Lothab kills Senjin, he can't kill the Sludge Belcher and kill the zombie chow afterwards. So that means the zombie chow will get to trade with the Lothab if she does attack one of the 3/5s.
Okay.
And he's being proactive about it. He actually trades himself.
He doesn't want the Lothab to just trade too well. Like the Lothab can go into one of the 3/5s, and then it can like if your opponent also kills the zombie chow somehow, you're just really sad because you have no real easy way to deal 2 remaining damage to the Lothab.
Yeah, so the Sylvanas play here after the Sludge Belcher is going to guarantee at least a slime unless the Keeper of the Grove is found somehow. But I guess as long as your Ancient of Lore, I mean your Sludge Belcher doesn't kill the Sludge Belcher, you'll be fine here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Double Innervate.
Can't really innervate out anything here.
No. Well, I don't think innervating Wild Growth is very tempting anyway.
Innervating out of hero power isn't really that good. You can just use the... I guess, yeah, the problem with this play is that it doesn't play around True Silver Champion, but I don't... Yeah. Basically, like, your opponent can True Silver this turn and save some health on the Sylvanas. But I don't
does he
think
really want to, because he'd like to steal the 5/5 as soon as possible. I mean, he knows you're going to at least trade your 5/5 into it if he doesn't. So I don't think there's much concern for the health of Sylvanas, because you're still forced to deal with her unless you find some kind of, Keeper of the Grove play immediately.
Yeah, because he decided to trade the Sylvanas, I think the play here is Sludge Belcher. You want to really, like, I guess having the 5/5 trade into your 3/5 isn't ideal, but with this play you protect the Sylvanas as well. But then again,
I feel like he's just trying to force the opponent, I think, to trade the Ancient of Lore into Sylvanas.
Well, unfortunately, Thijs has gone offline yet again.
Oh no. Okay. So we'll never see the end of that play.
Yep. So that's it. That's that game. Strifeco will have to go through all the motions, kill his opponent off, and win this game, I guess.
Yeah. And there goes the Keeper of the Grove that I think he would have wanted if the game had kept going, because I think Sylvanas was not dying here, but we can speak about theoreticals, but I don't think it's going to do much. So Strifeco is going to allow... No, never mind. The game was cancelled automatically by the Hearthstone client who detects a connection dropped. So Thijs is considered having left the game, and now Strifeco needs to play at least one card, I think, for the game to confirm that he's gone.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think so, yeah. You have to play at least one card before the client acknowledges that... Or at least do one action. I'm not so sure. Something along those lines. Then your opponent explodes.
Okay, let's test that theory now.
I must safeguard them.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Again, Jeoparino Master.
What do you do when your opponent gets DDoSed? Oh, you know what you do? You play a card, then you win.
Yeah.
I know, because that's just... When I saw it happen earlier in the tournament, that's the only reason I know, by the way. I picked up on it because we've had a few disconnects.
Man,
Well, a few is, to say the least.
Doesn't Thijs look like a bit scary to you?
No, he's completely creepy. I mean, this is not...
he's like
I can't look at this anymore. I cannot.
He's like the kind of person... He looks like someone who would like... who would, when you wake up, he's like standing over you, right?
Yeah, he's just looking at you like, hey, overly attached boyfriend. This is kind
That's a good one.
This picture. All right, so I hope. Well, I mean, I don't even know at this point. I don't even know what to say. That's too many disconnects in the sequence. And we're still waiting on a word from the admins.
Yep. Oh man. I think that's 6 games in a row that have been lost to disconnects.
Yeah, and this is getting a bit, anti-climatic, I guess. We never get to see the end of a game. Do you want to play a Hearthstone game in the meantime, or do you just want to talk about something that's on your mind at the moment?
Yeah, I'm just too focused on this picture right now, I feel. I feel like we haven't talked about it enough. Like where are these pictures coming from?
Yeah, production, can we get a zoom on Thijs' face, please?
Oh. I'm pretty sure production has bigger
Better things to
issues
do right now. Yeah, they have to worry about the disconnects and whatnot. So I feel like definitely not something they really care about right now. So in theory, we were supposed to have a third game with Thijs, but we don't know what's going to happen with it. And as far as the following games would happen, it would be Neria versus ECOP, trying to finish the best of 3 that got lost with disconnect as well yesterday.
Yeah, and I believe Neria is pretty well prepared for DDoS. So if we do move on to that match, we shouldn't have as many problems.
Okay. I hear your phone ringing. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's my phone.
All right. So I don't exactly know what the outcome of that game would have been, though. Despite, what do you think the game would have been like? I don't think it was over by a long shot. It was just starting. It was starting to ramp up into an interesting phase.
I like how you used the word ramp in that scenario because it's a ramp deck.
You see what I did there? Oh yeah, I'm trying out my wordplay live on stream.
Good job. Yeah, I think it was like, it's hard to recall that game since it was so long ago, like 5 minutes ago, but it looked pretty even, like it was like anyone's game pretty much. It would evolve determined based on how easily Strifeco would have dealt with the Sylvanas. And as we saw, he drew the Keeper of the Grove the next turn, so he wouldn't have like insane issues dealing with it, but at the same time, he would have had to both silence it and then kill it off somehow, because a 5/2 minion is just so threatening. It trades into your Ancient of Lore really easily. It's just gonna do so much work.
Yeah, with the double innervate though, I think he could have played Keeper of the Grove, double innervate, and Ancient of War, but then he's so vulnerable to equality, so it's like the most massive overextension. And there was a Black Knight as well in Norn of the Hens. No, it's kind of unfortunate. I just wish we could have seen the end of that game, because the 2 first games, like Thijs and Strifeco, very, very strong players. Druid versus Druid got lost. The end of that game got lost, and even though Strifeco was in a pretty good position, and now I think it was really just an even standpoint at that in that last game.
Yeah, still awaiting the admin decisions.
Yeah, we have no say on what's going to happen with the next game, so we're waiting. I'm going to assume that this game could be redone. In theory, I feel like this is the kind of game that if it were to be replayed, I think it'd be fair for both parties. Wow, this Reddit thread about Nosdormu and Life Coach is just getting a lot of traction right now.
I mean, it was really that great. I think it was probably definitely in the top 5 moments of Hearthstone ever. Maybe even the top
Yeah,
play. Along with the Kel'Thuzad's coming out of the Seeds Old Shredder.
Yeah,
like those 2 are probably my my pick for the top 2 plays.
Yeah, but it's just like Sneeze is causing so much havoc right now. Like, who would have said? I didn't think this. I mean, it would have happened to Life Coach once in his life, but who would have said it was that early after GVG? Without an easy answer to it. Like, he had no Aldor Peacekeeper. Well, he had the Aldor Peacekeeper, but he had no way to equality off the board. He had no BGH, nothing. So it was kind of a problem. I just hope we get to see something like that again for the rest of the tourney.
Yes, I hope we see a lot more things in this tournament. We see one game at least that's finished.
Oh god. Yeah, we've been trying to cast games, but they get cut off short by disconnect. So.
All right.
All right.
We're being informed that the tournament will not be delayed, at least for the moment.
Yeah.
And as soon as Thijs comes back, we're
Gonna resume the third game, or replay this one. I'm not exactly sure what's gonna be happening.
Yeah. So it seems like judging by the scoreboard right now, I think Strifeco will indeed take a 2-0 lead, and it's gonna be up to Thijs's mage to follow up, and basically Thijs. He has to reverse sweep with the mage. I think it's very possible though, because Thijs did go 4-0 against Forsen earlier this week with his mech mage.
The 4-0 game, the famed 4-0.
The famed 0-4.
Mech mage. I really hope it's mech mage, because we haven't seen any of that. We've only seen freeze mage in the tournament so far. Yeah, and like even though we praise it for being the new warlock, where you don't know what archetype it is they bring, so far it's been fairly predictable. It's all been freeze mage, freeze mage, freeze mage.
Freeze mage.
Yeah, I can't look at this chat anymore. All right, Strifeco won apparently, so I think Thijs conceded the entire series. So this is for the entire series. So Strifeco will be moving on to the round of 8. Based on what I understand, but
okay, Strifeco just won this one game.
okay, won this game. Thijs concedes. Okay. Okay, well I guess it's gonna move on to game 3 then. If he hasn't won the entire series.
Okay, so we're getting word that the next game will start in a second.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. All right, so apparently the next game will be starting soon, and the only deck that he has left is mage, so he has to reverse sweep Strifeco with a single deck. It's going to be a bit problematic because Strifeco's lineup has not even been dented yet. There's Druid, Mage, and Priest left, so there's going to be at least one mirror match, assuming Mage ends up facing off against Thijs' Mage, and Priest against Mage. I mean, how do you perceive that matchup? I mean, we have no idea what Strifeco is going to be holding.
Yeah, it all depends whether the Innervate plays will come out or whether the Mep Worker plays will come out. It's all about the ramp, just about the tempo coming out from both of the classes.
All right, so I'm being informed. I'm actually a little confused here. The admins... Okay, Thijs conceded. All right, ladies and gents. So Thijs actually conceded the entire series. So now it's 3-0 for Strifeco. There was a little bit of a miscommunication. There will be no third game, so there was no reverse sweep possible. Thijs eliminated himself from the tournament because of his disconnects. He doesn't want to deal with the possibility of a third one. So Strifeco will be moving on to the round of 8, and we'll be off for a 15-minute break. We'll be right back. Hopefully no more issues that time around. Really apologize for this. We obviously did not intend to cast games that did not finish. So, you know, the haphazard... randomness of the internet will do that to you once in a while. So don't move, don't go anywhere. 15 minutes. We're going to finish off the series with E-Cup in the area, move on to the round of 8 right afterwards.